Hi all, Mary Bulger here, Naturalist with Iowa County Conservation. And today for our Facebook Live, I thought I would continue on from yesterday where we made our pine cone bird feeder and talked a little bit about how you could attract wildlife to your yard or area. So today I am out at Lake Iowa Park and we are going to go visit our bird blind. And let me just flip my camera around here so you can see the outside. So this bird blind is just a little bit outside off the path from Lake Iowa Nature Center. And it is a little building that you go into. In front of the building, you'll see in a moment here, we have lots of bird feeders filled with various seed, suet, and black sunflower seed and thistle and things like that. And this is a really neat place if you are interested in coming out and doing some wildlife viewing, because when you're in the bird blind, the birds really can't see you. As long as you're quiet, you will probably see a lot of birds. And I can actually, if we listen right now before we go in, you can probably hear a lot of birds right now. So let's open up the door. When I'm inside, I'm gonna probably stay pretty quiet and just let you guys watch the birds. So we'll open up here and we'll go in, have a seat. Oh, I'm scaring a few birds away as I'm coming in. I'll move down here. I'm gonna go way down so we can see. You can see, if you look really closely here, there's my pine cone bird feeder that I made yesterday. Just kind of hanging out. I tied it right on this big feeder. Now, if you take a look, we have several poles here. Strung in between the poles is wire. And then hung on the wire are many, many different types of bird feeders with the bird seed. So I'm gonna move down just a little bit more and we can have a seat and see if we can find some birds. If we take a look right over here right now on the suet feeder, there is a woodpecker. That black and white bird is called a downy woodpecker. It's eating a little bit of that suet from that feeder right now. And I can tell that this is a female downy woodpecker because the males have a little red dot on the back of their head. I'm gonna see if I can move a little closer without scaring it away so you guys can get a really good look here. Oh, it looks like it's gonna let me. We'll sit here for a moment. As long as you're quiet when you're in the bird blind, you can see these birds pretty close. This bird is probably about 10 feet away from me, just eating away. We'll watch him for a little while. On the feeder right next door, just landed a bird called a dark-eyed Junco. They're kind of darker gray on their head and back and wings with a lighter gray in their belly. And pretty soon, those birds will actually be heading away. We usually only have them in the winter months. So they'll be migrating up north pretty soon. And if I move my camera here down to the ground, see if it'll let me zoom in, we can see that there's another dark-eyed Junco down in the ground. They're ground feeders, so if you spill a little bit of seed down on the ground, that's okay because there are many birds, like the dark-eyed juncos, that will pick that seed up. And they're primarily seed eaters. I gotta move it around here. Their beaks are really equipped. They're good for cracking open those seeds. And right now, I see about 5 little dark-eyed juncos down there on the ground. Zoom back out here. That woodpecker is still right over here on this feeder, close to me. Oh, I just scared it away. Maybe he'll come back. Let's take a look out here. So you probably can hear in the background, there are lots of birds making chatters, making noises. There's a few more dark-eyed juncos down there in the ground. Oh, here on this feeder, that is called a white-breasted nuthatch. The white-breasted nuthatch is really great at collecting seeds. Sometimes they will then take them and stash them in different places, like in the crevices in the bark of trees. Oh, I just scared it away. There was just right over here our state bird, the goldfinch. Maybe he'll come back. Those white-breasted nuthatches, they can also do something really neat. Oh, there he is back there. Back there on this feeder, you can see that yellow and white and blackbird. That is our state bird of Iowa, the goldfinch. That is a male goldfinch, and we know that because of his more brighter yellow color, though he's a little bit dull. He'll be getting his spring-summer plumage pretty soon here, but that's the winter plumage. They become a little bit more dull when they, in the winter time, and become more bright in the spring and summer. Another bird that loves to eat seed and has good seed cracking beaks. So the seed that we put out in most of our feeders, just because it's so versatile and it attracts so many different types of birds, is the black oil sunflower seed. And the black oil sunflower seed, you can see that there are many birds, and from the nuthatches to the goldfinches, the woodpeckers were even eating. Cardinals come and eat here, chickadees also. So that's a really good seed. If you only have space maybe for one type of bird feeder to put one type of seed in, I would recommend doing the black oil sunflower seed. Oh, there goes that nuthatch. He keeps coming back to this feeder right here, so maybe I'll keep it on this so you can take a look and watch. Oh, there he is right there. There's that white-breasted nuthatch. One really neat thing that I didn't finish telling you about the white-breasted nuthatch is they are really talented. They have toes just like woodpeckers do, so they can rotate how their toes grip on the barks of trees. They can actually climb down trees just like woodpeckers, or even squirrels can do this too because they have special toes. If you're a bird watcher, or if you watched them before, you've probably seen them do this also. Oh, there he is back again. Back in another feeder. There's another dark-eyed junco. Oh, here comes one from the back. We'll sit down and sit back and see if he comes up to the feeder. The bird that we hear calling a lot right now, that call was a red-winged blackbird, and there are two. You can probably see just their shadows back there. They're thinking about coming up and grabbing some seed. So we'll sit and wait and see if they come forward. They're thinking about it. So red-winged blackbirds have almost all black feathers, of course, except for on their upper wing area where they have a red patch with a white line underneath. And if this guy would come forward a little bit, we would be able to see him. I think they're thinking about it. There are two hanging out back there. They just keep kind of hopping forward, thinking about coming and getting some seed. Oh, there comes one. I hear some crows out there right now. And if we turn here, there's actually another goldfinch, but this is a female goldfinch. We can tell that because she has mostly tannish or light brown feathers, not very much yellow at all. And that's the difference between a male and a female goldfinch. There's that red-winged blackbird, or both of them. Getting braver, getting closer to the feeders. If they'd come out, we'd be able to see their markings on their wings. All right. Well, that's, I think, about all for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions about our Facebook Live today, or you have any requests for future Facebook Live Learn About series, please leave those in the comments or send us a message. And again, I want to encourage all of you during this time. It's especially important to make sure you get outside, get some sunshine if the sun ever comes back out, and get some fresh air. It's really beneficial for your health. Going for a walk, going and viewing the wildlife with your loved ones while still maintaining that social distancing is very good at a time like this right now. So thanks very much for watching. Please share or give us any suggestions that you have for future events. Have a good day. Bye-bye.